Bob Magoo say on certain panels, and other people say, "Oh, like
chili today, hot tamale."
No, that's not no.
Do I?
What is our how do I tonight?
You put this one in here. How do I stay feeling young?
Okay,
That's a great question. It's a
it's
really great question.
it is
It
tough.
depends on how rich you are, I suppose. Did you hear about the super
No, it's
rich?
not bad dad joke time. I don't
No,
want to
no,
hear
no, no,
about
no,
that.
no, 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 no. This is real life. For real life. Did you hear about the rich guy who, in an attempt to stay younger, was getting regular blood transfusions from his teenage son to help himself de-age, and he was spending his entire fortune on different ways to keep his body young, and apparently it was paying off. Doctors were saying that his body, while not literally getting younger, he had the physique of someone like 10 or 15 years younger than his actual age by doing all of these various things. But
Well, that's not quite where I think I was going with
I suspected not,
feeling
because that's a bit creepier than what I suspect you were going for.
um my problem lately has been motivation. And then I get tired like mid-afternoon with things. And I think I chalk some of it up to not being able to recharge. Like if I really stop and look at my calendar and things, like I go a lot. I stop very little. But that's been my life for a long time. I think, well, I mean, Hugh's kind of joking, but I think that's part of it. Hugh says dogs stay young by learning new tricks. Um, and that is something I've always loved learning. And I personally feel my most energetic, I guess is the best way to put it. Um, I mean, when I was young, I could go 36 hours without sleep and still be on top of my game and then just crash, right? But that's still kind of a mindset in a energy push. I like learning and I like just being with people, talking to people. Like I was very kind of down and grumpy today. And then Joe shows up and here we are talking and entertaining and doing our thing. And I find that to be true DragonCon. Most people leave DragonCon, they're drained. Um,
Yep.
I mean, I'm physically tired, but I am energetically refilled because that's how I stay energized is connecting with people, creating with people, being part of magic, those kind of things. What about you, Joe? I mean, what's something that helps you feel energetic, feel younger? I even feel rested. And Random Kid says answers more naps, and sometimes that absolutely needs to happen for sure.
Beating my kids at video games. There's no better way to feel young than beating my kids at video games.
You're instead of taking blood transfusions, you're taking little pieces of their soul
That's right.
and transfusing it by stomping them into the ground.
My I think I mentioned it last week on the show, or at least during the pre-show, but you and I talked about it, how my oldest saved up and got a Switch 2. And with that, he got the bundle that has Mario Kart World. And so I've played that with them several different times. And uh, I've beaten them probably about 60 to 70% of the time that I've played with my kids. And yeah, that makes me feel young. Rubbing that in their face. Eat my dust, kids.
Beating your kids? I mean, it is what you said.
Yeah, I did say if you clip it just right, out of context, I did say I stay young by beating my kids at video games.
A good thing you're in charge of the clips. Although I'm gonna make you cut this one at 31:55.
Oh man, and I'm trying to do better about doing the clips. We Charles and I have been talking a lot about different things to make our clips a little better, and Hugh talked about learning new tricks, and I've had a lot of fun trying different things and seeing what I can figure out to do with the video editing software that Devo actually bought for me. It's been It's been a lot of fun learning that.
I think it is mindsets of life. You can define young as however you want to define it. Um, I feel different than I look, if that makes sense. Like in my head,
Yeah.
I feel like I look like a different person. And I think sometimes, a lot of times I can match that, like from a video, like now, I maybe because I framed it a certain way, but how I look on camera is how I look in my head. And I feel energetic. I look energetic to myself. But then there was like a picture at my mom's funeral of me, and all I was doing was sitting down. I had no set, but I looked different than I thought I would have looked, and I didn't like
Yeah.
that. So part of that is health, right? You do need to get your health together, and I need to get on that track. But part of it is absolutely just finding those things that energize you and stability. Stability helps a lot because I'm thinking about, man, when I was pulling 80-hour weeks, maybe not quite 80, but long, long weeks running the ambulance company, I could just do. I could go and do and boom. And I would come here and I'd be like letting off steam because the pressure built up, but that energized me. And right now I feel like I'm kind of like one of those, I don't know if everybody grew up with this, when ESPN started going from 1 to 2 to 5 to 2,000 or whatever ESPNs they had to fill it with a ton of content. So I got to see all
Yeah.
kind of cool different things from around the world, and one of them was, the logger. I think it's the logger competition where they do the
Oh,
acts where they chop down things, but one of the things is, I think it's from Canada, log rolling, where they
okay.
try to knock the other person off, but you do a whole lot of motion and you go nowhere. And that's kinda where I feel like right now, like you're beating your
Yeah.
opponent, right? That's really what you're doing. And I feel like right now my opponent is the universe. Like I going to the Bible, I'm wrestling the angel, and I ain't letting go till you bless me. And I can think about, okay, even though I was doing something I didn't love fully, running that company, having that stability of the paycheck will always be there. I know within this parameter, here's what I'm supposed to do. So even if I mess up, it's whatever. Lumberjacks, thank you, Hugh. And Now it's like I got this thing rolling, this thing rolling, this thing rolling. And even last night, Aaron's like, "How are we doing the finances?" I'm like, honestly, money's coming in. We're paying our bills mostly. Like we haven't put back into our insurance account. We pay our insurance 6 months ahead, so we stay on top of that. So when that comes up, we pay the whole lump sum and so on. We've had to tighten up some belts, but we have paid our bills, and that's good. That's acceptable, but that doesn't. It's not stable, and that I think that's part of where I'm not feeling young
Yeah.
right now. Is when you're younger. If you think about, I'm thinking about my 13-year-old right now. He doesn't have a care in the world because he doesn't have a care in the world. He doesn't
Yep.
have a job. He doesn't have to pay the bills. He doesn't even know the real I mean, it's not really even that much of a struggle we're going through, honestly. It's just this is not the worst part of life I've ever been in. So it's just life,
Yeah.
right? But he didn't even
Yeah.
get
He's
that,
probably
right?
picking up on the vibes a bit, but he doesn't fully understand what's
Yeah,
going
maybe a
on.
little bit. And it's not like the older kids, they know. I mean, they went through a bankruptcy with us and having to lose our house and move and Rylan and Zoe were too young to kind of remember that. Um, but yeah, but not a care in the world. And that's part of feeling young is de-stressing. And part of de-stressing is, I think, stability and you having a routine of sorts, knowing what the next day has. I'm actually feeling really good because I'm starting to pack some things in to where I know, oh, I don't have to leave the house. And like today, I got to sit and edit videos all day, and it was good, you know. Um, I just need to get back to
Yeah.
that.
Well, and I think there's a lot of wisdom in, as you age, keeping yourself active. Now, not everyone's going to be able to maintain physical activity, but even keeping yourself mentally active
Yeah,
can help keep you feeling young as well. Like I look at people at various ages, and I've seen them, and I'll compare two people that are the same age, and I'll be like, this person seems a lot older, and a lot of that is they just stopped doing stuff, period. Like they sit around, they might veg out on the TV, and that's the extent of their day. They're not they're not occupying their mind, they're not occupying their body, they're not active in either regard.
yeah,
and it really shows. Whereas I see other people who seem so much younger than what they actually are, and you see their activity level. Um, it this is mostly about physics, but it goes to do with the human body as well. That a body in motion will stay in motion, and I think that is a key to maintaining feeling young, is to be active.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's one of the reasons I push myself to even get on the drums is I haven't, other than some minor walking, I haven't done anything active in a while. It's just been go, 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 do, 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 sit and edit because it's where money, or sit and drive because where money is, or you know, I asked Ryland, I asked my son, he's very into fitness. So, hey man, I need you to kind of help me put together like a fitness plan. And I haven't got back with him. I think I was on a trip when I texted him that and whatever. He also has been learning guitar and different things, and he wants to do that. But we're hiding his birthday presents here in the studio. So I've been putting him off on that one. But that's an activity, right? Physical, both physical and mental. I haven't been as good as I could be on my Duolingo. Part of it
Mm.
is, as much as I try to stay within my own thoughts and beliefs, other things leak in. And I heard too many times Bob Magoo say on certain panels, and other people say, "Oh, like
Chilly
Duolingo's not."
today, hot tamale.
No, that's not, no.
You heard him say that way too many times.
Okay, that is true. Also, basically, him and other people, "Oh, that's not the best way to learn a language," and da, 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 like, but I'm left going, "But what is then?" I will put some money into something if it will work. So I got off. I
Clearly,
went to the second time.
put money into it. It's going and living in those countries. That's the best way to learn it.
Well, yeah, but I can't convince Aaron to do that right now. I would, dude. If I had my wherewithal right now and money didn't matter, absolutely, I'd move somewhere in Japan. Let's just go learn the language and do something different for a year.
You'd be a
But
giant over there.
yeah, I've always wanted that shirt. I'm huge in Japan. You know. And then I went like I seriously went like one of my things to really hit, like Wise and Nerdy or whatever, to be like that, like I really am like a celebrity in Japan, but only in Japan. So both huge and huge in Japan. Uh but yeah, I gotta lose some weight too, man. I really gotta do something to get my act together. So I'm not happy. And I think that's part of feeling young, is being happy. If as I think about what I felt like when I was younger, I'd never thought about the energy levels or the anything. It really was, I didn't know any better. And that's a bad turn of phrase, because what we know now is worse. If you really boil it down in my life, and I only speak for my life, who gives a crap what the president's doing? I don't, because it doesn't affect my daily life. Well, you should worry about something bigger. I do. I worry about my neighbor next door and the other person, and yeah, but there's nothing I can do about the government shutdown right now. So if I can share food, I share food. Whatever. I go community based. What do I care what some celebrity's doing? What do I care about this bad news or this good news or this? What I need to worry about every day is, am I happy? Did I move? Did I do enough today to dent the universe or to move the needle or to
Using
benefit?
your own sphere of influence for the
Yeah.
positive.
Yeah. And I have a hard time with that because it's very easy to get into the grumpyville, and it's very easy to get worried about what other people are saying and doing. So that phrase, well, they don't know any better. I don't know. I know worse, and I want to stop knowing worse. I want to know better. Is what I want to know, Joe. So maybe I can't do Greek salads, but maybe I should do other salads. Let me tell you, everybody, Joe
Some
is
taco
serious.
salads.
When he said he was going to lose some weight this time around, I mean, he's done other things. He's always been serious, but he shows up with salad food that he likes. This isn't just, oh, I'm suffering. He really enjoys the food that he's bringing and eating, and he's come to a number of cons. His car has suffered, but his food has not. He has done very, and I admire that about you, man. It's you're knocking it out, and
Thanks.
I'm not doing horrible. Like, I'm definitely making better choices on things, but I'm not making progressive choices, I guess I should say. And I we need a daddy, not a daddy daycare. What do we need? Like almost like an accountability group in our chat or Discord. Cause like Devo, every once in a while, I was like, "Hey, man, when's that music coming out?" And I haven't even started. And I was thinking, I was like, "How do you start? You just do it." You go. For me, literally, I have everything planned until Saturday. Saturday right now, I have nothing. And okay, that's usually when I do our edits and get published. Which, by the way, everything should be caught up on Patreon, and it definitely is for the podcast. So if you're one of our patrons, something's missing, let me know. But I believe everything is there. But I should go. Hey, Saturday afternoon, I'm gonna spend an hour or two doing music and
Yep.
just and not letting anything get in the way, not letting anything be an excuse, just doing something with it because
Yep.
the universe is telling me what Dolly Parton say, pee or get off the pot. Great movie. Straight Talk, I believe is what that was called. Great movie. Because for the podcast listeners, there's 2 episodes missing out of the current roster. One's when we announced our I did PA setting before it downloaded. Was when we announced our logo. Apparently, whatever clip I played in there triggered some kind of algorithm, and Spotify bumped it. So I've got the Patreon version on Patreon. I can go re-download it and re-edit it, which I'm gonna have to do and have to figure out what music was. We just had another one trigger. And that means whatever's on my buttons, something's triggering an algorithm, like Joe's mentioned a few times. Senpai Gaming has said, hey, it's not him, something the algorithm will trigger. It could just be as simple as that. But if I make it myself, there'll be no algorithm triggering. Right. So all
Yep.
right, Devo. Why are you taking
But
shots at
you know
TC?
where it isn't pulled from? If you go to YouTube, go to Wise and Nerdy on there, all
Okay,
the
yeah,
episodes are there.
there.
Just
Yeah. That's
saying.
something we have the YouTube video. I could always pull that.
Yep.
So yeah. Yeah, but the point is what I do life, man, it's crazy, right? There's so many times I had so much time on my hands, but did not have the creative tools that I have now and the outlets that I have now. And I was dying for like I was just playing my video game one more time because I'd already done as much as I could in the podcasting world, as much as I could in the social media world at the time. I just had all this time on my hands. And now it's like I have all these outlets and creativity and the time is not nearly as slow or in the big as amounts as it feels like it used to be. And maybe that's what I really equate to feeling young is if I could go back, if I could turn back time, um, I
Okay,
would
fair.
find a way. All right, you got to go. Um, it I work for myself, and in some aspects, that is the hardest, most demanding boss to work for because I always need to be making money. I
Yeah,
always need
tell
to
your
be,
boss to give you a raise.
you know. Some PTO maybe, a couple of months vacation would be great. Um, I could easily let the inner me sleep when I was working for somebody else because, okay, I got this stuff done, I got this stuff done, and that allowed me to take time to work on other things, do whatever. It's like the more I do, the more time I have to do it in. It's weird that way, but when I'm working for myself going, "Okay, well, today, what do I need to get done?" is different. Um, so yeah, I really just gotta do it. What's so I'm gonna throw that to you, Joe, and I'm gonna throw that to our daddios. That's something I want you to call in on. What is a creative thing that makes you feel energized? Okay, let me take the creative out of it. That's just for me. What's the thing that you do that makes you feel energized, that makes you feel younger, that makes you feel alive that you haven't done in a while? That's what I want to hear from
Mhm.
you. I want to hear from Joe now. And no, Hugh, it's not going out and being a serial killer. You got to keep that dark beast down. Okay?
Oh man. For me it's being creative, and that can take on many different avenues, whether it's being creative in, say, Minecraft, for instance, or and a lot of times it's creative with my boys. So they tell me all the time that they want to be a YouTuber, and so brainstorming different things. We've recorded the start of a Minecraft series like 3 or 4 times, and then they're like, "Oh, let's start a new world." And I'm like, well, we can't exactly release a Minecraft series if we keep starting new world. I mean, I guess we could
Unless you
try to
call it
find a way.
Minecraft Strange New Worlds.
But yeah, so we've recorded starting episodes, and it's we've never gotten past an episode one recording. And it's just we'll get there eventually. We've got a clever name thought up for it if we ever actually find a schedule that works for us to keep recording it. But yeah, having fun and doing creative things with my boys keeps me energized.
And you just this is easy advice to give, but I'm giving it to myself too. You just have to do it. You know, growing up, there's until I went to college, basically, there's at least one night a week that was family dinner night. You know, a lot of times that was gonna be, not well, yeah, Sunday lunch was gonna be it for a lot of times, but at least one night a week, you know, so on and so forth. Game night, right? Family game night. We're gonna sit down and play games. I know you guys had movie nights, like even if you had homework to do, you had to. And I try to be respectful, give agency to my kids to have some freedom of choice in their life. But there's definitely a you know what? I'm gonna plan an hour. I'm gonna tell Oakland, hey, we'll do whatever. We can watch an anime together. We can play some music. We can play. He went and bought Borderlands 4, so that's an easy one. We can play Borderlands 4 together. Same with Crosby. Same with Rylan Zoe. Once 1 hour a week, right? You just do it, and I'm not, and it's a lot easier to go. Oh man, I wish I could, but I can. I could tell some of that free work, some of that build work to buzz off, right? Um, so I don't know. And Devo says that what makes him feel alive is trolling Charles. That is what that feels good.
Mhm.
That's what works there. So but yeah, I want y'all to call it in. What and if you're doing it, great. How are you maintaining that? You whatever it is that makes you feel alive. Sometimes it's people you're playing sports. It's whatever. And if you're not doing it, other than the normal excuses that get in the way, what truly is stopping you from doing it?